do you think the largest breakthrough will be within technology in the next 10 years, and how will it influence the next generation of women?
So I don't know. I mean, many that might listen to this may hear of blockchain. Blockchain is sort of like this kind of technology, or like Bitcoin, and there's a lot of these like I call them trendy things that are out there. It's not, they won't be a trend. They're happening whether we like it or not. Today, I think that that's something that's really people are jumping on that. And I actually happen to be leading the blockchain project at my company, which is really cool that I get to be a part of something because everybody's asking about it. They want to know, they want to be a part of the project and everything. So it's really exciting to be a part of something that, 10 years from now is just going to be like, everybody knows what blockchain is, and it probably would have evolved even in that, right? But it's really cool to be a part of a project that's like that.
What is one thing you wish you knew about STEM when you were little, and what advice would you give to girls watching your video today?
I think if I knew then what I knew now, I personally would have done a little bit more from an education perspective in regards to technology. I mean, it just wasn't a road I was going down. And so again, I came through it, just in a non-conventional way, which I'm very proud of and grateful for the opportunities that I was given. But I think I probably would have taken advantage more of those opportunities. And the other thing too, which I would strongly encourage people to do. In my career, I've always worked for companies that, number one, do tuition reimbursement or encourage you to go and take classes or go and take, they always say there's money in the budget to take some advanced class, right? Not so much just for a degree, but like say you wanted, like there's jobs in coding, like if it's not necessarily a degree, but you might get a certificate in something, or project management. Or I would have early in my career, I would have taken advantage of that more, of those those opportunities that the company was sponsoring. And even if they're not, to just always stay fresh, because technology is changing. I mean, when I got assigned this blockchain project, I had to go, I did have to go on my own and just kind of do a little bit more reading about blockchain in general, not just with what we're doing for our company, because if I'm leading the project, I certainly want to know, I want to know more, right? Like I feel responsible to know more. And so, and I did, now I did, right? Like I told my boss, I'm going to go take this class I'm signing up for. He's like, absolutely, no problem. So I think those kinds of things, like taking advantage of the opportunities to continue to learn, especially in STEM, because it is forever changing. It is forever changing. And to always be able to stay fresh, not just learning on the job, because you want to be the strategic thinker in the room, which means you hear a problem and you say, I heard about this, which you wouldn't have heard about at your company because they're not using that technology, but you want to be the one that's bringing the new ideas and the fresh ideas and things, to the table. And once you're out of school, right? Because when you come from school, like we'd love to have the young, fresh blood right out of school because they're learning the new things in college, right? But once you're in the workforce, now you're responsible for sort of continuing that learning. So I would say to continue, like that's the one thing that I would say. I wish I did more early on in my career. And I would, definitely encourage, people to do that. Like if they're doing tuition reimbursement, go get your master's degree. It could be in project management, because the reality is everybody needs to learn project management. If you're responsible for an area like marketing or accounting, but you're doing the IT, get to know the business side of it so that you could really add a lot more value because you understand what they're doing. So taking an accounting class or just understanding the latest in marketing, whatever the thing is, it can't hurt to spend 6 to 8 weeks in a course learning a little bit more so that you can be even better at the job that you have been assigned. It was a pleasure meeting you, and definitely stay in touch.
It was a pleasure to meet you. Bye.
Bye.